Hello, beautiful Gemini, and welcome to Flourishing Mystic. Thank you so much for being here. I want to welcome all the new subscribers. If you're returning, thank you for tuning in. Let's get started on your reading. I'm called to do this series of readings where I'm just going to straight channel from our spirit guides and deliver whatever messages they have for you, Gemini, with no particular question or idea in mind. So any channeled messages that are available for you, Gemini, that's what we'll be doing here. Now, I noticed with Taurus's reading, I started with them, the messages were deep. So I'm sensing that this is a deeper dive in terms of the tarot messages. They'll probably be a lot deeper than anything that came up in your monthly zodiac sign reading, for example. So keep that in mind. Just want to put that disclaimer out there. The messages may get a little deep here. Okay, so let's get started. Like I said, I have no particular question in mind. I just want to channel the messages that your spirit guides have for you. Okay, so there's nothing that I have in mind. I'm just going to straight channel. So let's tune into your energy and what your spirit guides have for you, Gemini. If I didn't mention, this reading is timeless. So whenever you come across it, know that this is for you, Gemini. As I am filming, the mailman is here delivering some mail. So I'm getting, there's news available for you. But let's see what the news is. Let's see what the channeled messages are, Gemini. Usually your readings, the cards will just pop right out. They'll fly right out. So I'm seeing, sealed, signed, sealed, delivered. I'm also seeing sealed mail or a message that has not been sent to you yet, an email that has not been sent to you yet, a proposal, okay, or an official request or an official yes or no. So you could be waiting on something, or something is pending approval, perhaps. What messages do you have for the Geminis here? The moon. There's definitely something that hasn't been revealed to you just yet on your journey, Gemini. It says satisfy emotional needs, nurture self and others. This could be very much related to your emotional realm, your intuition, your motherly instincts, whether you're male or female, your paternal instincts here. But this moon, there's something secret. There's something unknown to you, Gemini. And I'm curious to discover what this is. What is this moon card about, and what would you have me tell Geminis about it? We got two cards. We have the House 11 and Gemini. This could have to do with the people whom you network with. There could be a new network of people that you will be connecting to, Gemini, that is really important for your path and your journey moving forward. Your heart is leading you to the right people, the like-minded people. I'm seeing social butterfly. For whatever reason with this moon card, I'm seeing some of you Geminis have been kind of isolated, or at least feel that inside, feel like maybe you don't resonate with a whole lot of people out there. Maybe you feel like you're one of a kind, and I'm getting the confirmation that you are one of a kind. I'm seeing a beautiful butterfly, but you are very unique. And some of you are wondering how you fit in to a social group, or how you fit into a community of people or a network. Some of you feel maybe isolated, rejected, or pushed out from this network, and you've been struggling to figure out why that is, or why you have these sentiments. You're wondering if these sentiments of rejection are yours, or if it really is that way, if these people really are butting you out or pushing you out because you're different. I'm seeing, birds and then the butterfly. There's something different about you, but that is also so extraordinary. There's something extraordinary about you, Gemini, and that could be the reason why maybe you haven't found your place in a group, or you haven't found quite like-minded people, Gemini. Now, they're telling me the reason for this, you haven't found a group of like-minded people, is because you're very unique, Gemini. There's an energy here, Gemini, that they're bringing to my attention, and it's the fact that you do such a wonderful job at making everyone else feel comfortable, making everyone else feel at ease in your presence. You will learn their likes, learn their interests, learn all about them, kind of be a sponge around the people, places, and things that you enjoy, and especially as it relates to a group of people, whether it's co-workers or friends or a network. And I feel like a part of you feels like you must fit into this group, or a part of you feels like you have to reflect their energy back to them and kind of be a mirror to them. And you're really good at relationships, so you have this ability to do that. You have this ability to kind of be a mirror to many people. Many people see themselves in you. But what I'm getting from your spirit guides, and this is a strong message, is, Gemini, you are truly meant to stand out. There's something about you needing to stand out and stand apart, or needing to know that it is actually okay. You do not have to be in agreement with everybody else in order to be liked or fit into this society or this group or this network. You're allowed to say no at times when you're really not feeling something. You're allowed to have a differing opinion. You're allowed to stand out and be you. Because with the moon card, the moon will reflect energy back. So let's say the moon gains its light from the sun, and so it reflects back that light. And so I'm seeing that as an integral part of this reading, and it's not going to resonate with every Gemini. But if this is your reading, you have this ability to reflect back at people who they are. And for some people, that's what gets them to like you. And you kind of know this. But I feel like in the process of this, you lose yourself, or you lose your sense of identity, or you lose your sense of connection to who you really are. And your spirit guides want you to know you have such a beautiful personality and beautiful gifts. And you are kind of meant to be a standout, or you're kind of meant to shine on your own. Now, for some of you, this is the answer as to why you haven't found a group of friends. You kind of feel like you're the lone wolf, or the black sheep or something, the black swan. And it's because how truly unique you are, and you really do have a gift. And we'll see why they're bringing this to our attention. Maybe there's more information here. Yeah, I'm looking at the bottom of the deck, and there's that Libra card. You're all about fairness and harmony and considerate. You're overly considerate about the needs and emotions of other people. And I feel like your own needs and emotions get lost in the process. Your own needs and emotions get lost here. And they are pointing us to the moon. And the moon is all about our emotional realm and our own internal needs, and how that is so important for you at this particular time whenever you were guided to this reading. And that you should not neglect that in order to people please, or in order to fawn. There's a term that's called fawning. It's a third development to the fight or flight response. Fawning is another response where we will give in to other people's requests just so we don't feel outed, or we don't feel like they're going to hurt us if we say no, or we don't feel like they'll reject us forever if we say no to somebody's request or offer a differing opinion. You can search the word fawning, and that's the energy I'm getting here. And what that does is it stifles your own emotional realm. It stifles your own feelings, where you're left feeling like other people's feelings are yours. Other people's feelings and needs go first. But there's a strong message from your spirit guides where they're saying you matter, Gemini. Your emotional realm matters. Your needs matter. Your feelings matter. And they're giving us the question, how do I feel about this situation, as a question you can use often moving forward whenever you feel like you're stuck in a pickle or people are making demands on you or requests, or people are just overstepping boundaries. Before giving an answer, before giving in, before immediately giving that person what they need or what you think they need to hear, for example, the question should be, how do I feel about this? How do they make me feel in this moment when they're asking me this question, or maybe when they're overstepping a boundary, or when they have this unreasonable request? How do I really feel about this before I just give them an answer, yes or no? Okay, so I'm told to keep going. Let's see what other messages your spirit guides have for you, Gemini. I'm going to use another deck. We have new love that flew out, Gemini. So with new love, this could bring up a lot of things, because I don't know if you're single or taken, Gemini. So new love could be hit with a love bug suddenly, unexpected, not looking for love, not wanting love, and it just suddenly comes into your life and you can't help yourself. And so there's advice here, because this goes under the moon card, and there's advice here to be open. There's advice here to allow your heart to lead. There's advice here to see where this takes you. With this moon card, there is something that feels emotionally guarded or protected. Maybe you've had to do this because maybe you've led with your heart before and been severely disappointed or severely hurt, or you felt like you were misled. But this new love feels good, and it feels like a positive influence in your life right now. So I wouldn't be surprised if many Geminis encounter a new love situation. And for the ones who are taken, I'm sensing that's what brings up a predicament. For the ones who are taken, this could feel like, why is this coming into my life now? Why is it where I found myself in a settled place? New love comes knocking on my door seemingly, or out of nowhere, or out of the blue. Nothing is out of the blue in this world, though. So there's something here where you are being guided to feel more. There's something that may come into your life that pushes you towards feeling more, pushes you down into the emotions. Whereas recently you could have felt like you were in the mind a lot with the 11th house and the Gemini card, really not able to feel through situations. That's another message if this has nothing to do with a particular, love interest. This could just feel like this new love energy could feel like it's coming in to make you feel again. Some of you Geminis have felt numb to love, numb to particular love interest, not feeling, not tuned in into that realm, maybe blocking it off or shutting it down, not wanting to be open to it, not wanting to be available to it. Something could come rushing into your life or come up very unexpectedly or very suddenly that gets you to feel again. And I don't sense it's a bad thing. I don't sense it's anything tragic. I sense it's something beautiful. But it can put some Geminis in a predicament if this is if we're to take this for face value. There's something secretive about the moon as well, and how a new love could come into your life when you least are looking for it. And for the taken Geminis, this could feel like, what do I choose? With the moon and the new love card, there is definitely something coming up into your life that is going to get you to feel the good emotions again. Feel I even am getting this sense of feeling supported again, feeling loved again, or feeling love. This could be towards a project or a person, right? We are seeing the Cupid's arrows, and so you could feel like this is definitely love for something, falling in love with something. And like I said, for some of you, it's falling in love with a career or a vocation or some type of humanitarian project. You can't help yourself but to be enthralled or put yourself into this position to help humanity in some greater way. Maybe this is a source of your inner fulfillment. Maybe this is a part of your life purpose and path for some unique Geminis here. Let's keep going. Any more messages for Gemini? We got divine timing and again a bow and arrow. So you could feel like this is the right time to maybe even meet your friendship group or your soul community, the co-workers you want to surround yourself with, or the employees you want to hire. There could be something where everything falls into place now with either a group of friends or a humanitarian belief or some type of humanitarian project that you're taking on. Maybe you feel like this is the right time to do that. Geminis, you could have always had this spirit of wanting to help and serve. I'm getting a very empathic vibe from this group of Geminis that were drawn here. Very empathic, very intuitive, very in tune to the needs of other people. So you would be great at social work, social justice, law. Some of you would be a great judge. Some of you would be a great lawyer or some type of community linchpin or something, some type of community leader or support or connect. You could feel like something's taking off in regards to that, especially if that is career related. For others of you, it's you find your soul community at this particular time. So let's see what other messages are here for Gemini. We have your card here, Gemini, which is confirmation. What other messages do you have for Geminis? Self-acceptance. Perfect sense. This makes perfect sense to what I was saying earlier, Geminis, how in this particular group of Geminis, and not every Gemini, like I said, will relate to this message, but some who are drawn here have maybe struggled in their life with self-acceptance or feeling rejected. Some of you have felt like people have rejected you because of maybe your differing opinions, and therefore maybe you, around certain people, you just say yes. You're the yes man or the yes woman, or you feel like you must do that in order to fit in. With the self-acceptance card, this comes in as a strong, beautiful reminder to be assertive, to stand for what you believe in, to stand for your truth. And for some of you, this carries into your work, your vocation. Some of you are meant to be community builders. Some of you are meant to work in social justice in some capacity, and you are meant to bring that self-acceptance with you. You are meant to bring that assertiveness with you into your career. You do not want to be a yes man or a yes woman when you're doing social work, for example, where there's times where you need to say no to folks and it's uncomfortable and no one wants to have to be put into that position, but it's required. And so I'm feeling like Geminis, actually, you are coming into this newfound acceptance because we have your card. So they're indicating here that actually you've worked hard on this, or all of a sudden there's an epiphany. All of a sudden you realize, I don't need to be the person who is always in agreement, or I don't need to be the person who fawns in order to feel like that's the only way this group of people will accept me or like me. I am likable and acceptable as I am. And notice how she's naked. And actually all the angels on these cards are naked. And the deck is full of angels and some of them are clothed. So it's not the deck itself, it's these cards that were chosen for you. And so there's something here about getting down to your naked truth, or getting down to who Gemini is, that is important for this next phase of your journey, and maybe even your life calling in your work. Something stands out here about getting down to your nakedness, your rawness, your truth, your feelings, your inner conviction, what you want. What does Gemini want? And what does Gemini need? There's something about getting back to those core questions. Maybe you haven't asked those questions in a long time. Maybe you haven't had the necessity to. But there's a time now, or whenever you're drawn to this reading, where you may need to start asking these questions, or in asking them, it connects you back to you. There's something of how you are accepted more when you are your true self, the Gemini who embodies all of you. They're showing me your mind, Gemini, and how it's this intricate, divine, almost like a masterpiece is what I'm seeing. Your mind is a masterpiece. And it's unique because you encompass it all. You're able to really zoom into the fine details of every little thing, but you also have this ability to be impartial. And there's something wonderful about that. There's something non-judgmental about you, Geminis, the ones I'm connecting to here. There's something non-judgmental. And when the more you tap into that energy of non-judgment, is the more people gravitate towards you. It's one of your finest qualities. And so I'm trying to see why that message is important and why it's coming in with self-acceptance. Maybe you've struggled with this. Maybe you've struggled with being firm on making a decision. Maybe you've been on the fence about things a lot lately. So how they're tying it in with this self-acceptance is when you're feeling you don't know which side of the fence to choose. Depending on the scenario, sometimes there isn't a right or wrong in certain scenarios. But when it comes to your life decisions, let's say you're in a conundrum, let's say you don't know if you should take left or right, go forward or backward. When you're in those types of conundrums, they're saying, what does Gemini want? You really need to connect back home to the heart. What does Gemini want? What does Gemini need? Some of you Geminis have struggled with feeling seen or heard properly because people don't fully grasp how complex you are and how divine you are. Some of you Geminis haven't found the people who really value that or appreciate that or understand it, is what I'm getting more of. Some people don't understand you because they're very single-minded and you are so open-minded. You're so curious about life and you're so curious about the complexities of life, and you realize that in many cases, in most cases, it's neither black nor white, and there's always this gray area. And I feel like Geminis have a way of traversing the black and white and the gray areas. And so you're a great sort of liaison. You'd be a great liaison or a great connect. If you're struggling with a life purpose, you would be such a great connection to have. Or you could build a business around using this skill of being sort of impartial. For some of you, you seek deeper truth and deeper meaning, and it's more justice than anything else for you. So I know this is kind of mixed and all over the place, so I apologize, but these are just some of the messages coming in as channeled messages. Let's see if we can kind of make sense of this all, or if it hasn't made sense so far, let's pull some tarot. What messages would you have Geminis know at this particular time of their life? Whoever is drawn to this reading. Okay, we have some cards that dropped. So let's take a look. Nine of Swords, the Moon card again, the Ace of Wands, and the Three of Cups. So a great source of your anxiety has been not being able to maybe make a decision, or maybe feeling like you struggle with moving forward with a project or an idea or a relationship because you don't know if it's right for you. Some of you could overthink a decision, they're saying, but with this Moon card, it's so important to have that mind and heart connection and make sure the mind and the heart are speaking together. Make sure they're in communion with one another. It's like getting the twins in on the meeting together. So you can have that dialogue. It sounds crazy, but I think it's hard for people to understand what a Gemini deals with. Having both these twins saying yes and no at the same time, pulling you in both directions. So in that moment, it's almost like you, Gemini, the you with a capital U, has to pull in both twins, both sides of yourself, the polarities of you, and have this conversation together. I know this might sound crazy to some people, and this is a real thing that Geminis have to deal with, Gemini placements. And you could feel like you're stretched, and you could feel like you're torn often. And this could be a great source of your sleepless nights, your anxieties, your fears, your worries, your doubts, your confusion. And so they're saying, let's pull in the twins together. Let's have a dialogue together. You visualize the twins coming together and meeting, and you kind of being this liaison and saying, what do you need and what do you need? How can we come to a conclusion here? How can we move forward where all of me is being met? Because there's something complex about you, Gemini, especially if you're a strong Gemini placement, where you have the world inside of you. You're everything all at once. You encompass it all. It's a very unique sentiment and download that I'm getting for you, Gemini. You encompass the sun and the moon, the internal and the external, the yin and the yang. You already encompass it all, and it's like, how do I find balance in that? How do I find balance in the yin and the yang? How do I find balance in the sun and the moon, honoring this twin and that twin, their needs, one's need for success and the other one's needs for vulnerability and love and tenderness, for example. And how can we bring it all home together? So it's like you gotta have this dialogue within yourself and say, okay, what do both sides of me need at this particular time? How can I honor all of me? There's something about needing to honor all of you in order to move out of anxiety and fear, and know that there's practical solutions to some of these problems or conundrums that you have or you face often. Okay, so that's one energy I'm feeling. Then with the Ace of Wands and the Three of Cups, this is something else. They're bringing to our attention that there's something beautiful coming into your life. It does have to do with others. It does have to do with maybe even letting others in. Now there's another message I'm getting that's in relation to what I spoke on before, which is with the Three of Cups. When you come across this new community or network of people, know that it's okay to be a standout. Know that it's actually why people are drawn to you in the first place. The minute that you try to people please or try to fit in is when you feel the rejection. So don't try to fit in. Be a standout. Be a knockout. And if these are really your people or your network, they'll get it. They'll understand you, is a message for some of you Geminis. And I know that could feel repeated, so I apologize there. I'm going to get more. Maybe let's open up this new love card here underneath the moon. Oh my goodness. Chills. This is new love. So some of you Geminis are wondering if you're going to meet a new love. This is your confirmation. This is a yes. You will meet a new love that is going to stir up your emotions, that's going to stir up your inner realm and get you to feel again. And this is a part of your destiny right now, because some of you have been closed off. Some of you haven't been feeling. Some of you have actually been in the head way too much. So when this new love comes in, I'm also getting the message from your spirit guides is to not overthink it. Not think, okay, I need to think about my 30-year plan or my 10-year plan and how does this person fit into my life. Just allow yourself to feel in that moment. Just allow yourself the gift of this Ace of Cups, which is just a possibility. It's a hope. It's a desire. It's a sentiment. And see where it goes. There's a strong message of not forcing anything or not forcing your will. It's kind of just, I feel like this new love is meant to get you to open your heart again. And that could feel touchy for some Geminis right now, or that could feel unwanted. That could feel like you're even rejecting this. But I'm seeing this is perfect. This is exactly what you need. There's something about the heart needing to open up again for whatever reason. And this also corresponds to your life purpose, and it corresponds to how you fit into a larger group. And I don't know why that is so significant, but it's significant to some Geminis here. So I just get the downloads, and so I'm just relaying them, just interpreting them. So if it fits, it fits. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So we have the 11th house and divine timing. So let's open up this part of the reading here. You got the King of Swords, which is your energy again. We have confirmation all over the board here that this is your reading. This is a Gemini card. This is a Gemini card. This is an air card and associated with the air signs, including Gemini. So here you are, and I feel like you're an authority, or you should be in a position of authority. I'm getting strong lawyer vibes. I'm getting strong judge. Like some of you are meant to be a judge or a prosecutor, or some of you are meant to be in a very impartial role because you're able to see the dark side and the light side of things, and you're also kind of impartial to it. You're not overly emotionally invested in it. And so you'd make a great, attorney, doctor, perhaps. You'd be a great leader, or your voice is also very important. Your voice in your community, or your voice in your beliefs. So your beliefs around social justice, something to do with your voice or your position in society, or what you're working towards, or studying or something. I see you becoming a figure that is powerful, okay, when you are speaking truth, in its highest sense, okay? Truth for the sake of truth. There's kind of a philosopher energy that I'm picking up on. You could like philosophy. Maybe you studied philosophy, or you like to read, Plato or some of those great works. This is also good for your field or your vocation. Some of you, if you're really struggling with what to do, or you don't know what your life purpose is, for some of you, they're giving me some of those philosophy books. Plato, Aristotle, like dating way back, and how you'd find some information or source of inspiration there that would help guide you, There could also be important information coming in right now as you're watching this reading that is important to your life path and some type of group that you belong to. And when I see the 11th house, to me, sometimes this could even be a group of clientele or a group of co-workers. To me, it goes beyond friends. So some type of information could come up around that, or you find yourself in a place to know what type of group you want to belong to. Or this is a time when this is talking about you're going to get hired for a job. King of Swords, like you have what it takes. There's something about divine timing and something opening up in your 11th house now of networks. Let's see what else. Gemini and self-acceptance. We got the World card. And there's something, I don't know if I said it in this reading, but there's something about how you are the world itself. And you don't need to fit in. You are the world itself. It sounds bizarre, maybe. It sounds crazy. Like, what do you mean I'm the world itself? But it's like you embody it all. The World card is an indication that you have every right to feel confident. You have every right to know what you want and get what you deserve and how worthy you are. Worthy of new love, if that's, what you want at this particular time. Know that you are worthy for it all. And for some of you Geminis, it may be hard in the beginning, but some of you want career and family life. And it is very hard to balance, especially when you are just building a family and, a career or a business. But you come to a place slowly where you find stability between both worlds. And some of you Geminis are wondering if you can achieve both. And the answer is yes. With the World card, you can. You can have a beautiful home life and a beautiful career life or vocation. This is validation. But with this self-acceptance card, I want you to just remind yourself of how wonderful you are, how beautiful you are from the inside out, what a gift you are to society, what a gift you are to your friends, what a gift you are to your spouse if you have a spouse, or your lover if you have a lover, or the future lover or future spouse. What a gift you are to your children if you have them. What a gift you are to your future children. The World card is stepping up as a major key player right now, and your spirit guides are saying, value yourself, honor yourself, love yourself, okay? You also have what it takes to do big and worldly things. I don't know what that means for you. You could definitely want a career where you're in the spotlight or on the world stage, or if it's not that case, there's some type of recognition that's in the works for you, in the cards for you, absolutely. So in the meantime, accept yourself and know that you're worthy of this. Get your confidence up in a true and genuine way. We can all spot and detect fake confidence from real confidence. And there's this period now where maybe you have this little window of opportunity to build self-confidence and build self-worth, so that when you do enter this world stage or this higher position, you don't play small, or you don't undermine yourself when you achieve something big, okay? There's something about you achieving something big in this lifetime. That's a part of your role and your destiny and your karma. And so with the Gemini card and self-acceptance being beneath that, it's something about don't undermine yourself, don't undermine your success, don't undermine how far you've gone, how much you've achieved up until now. Don't undermine your skill, your talent, and your gifts. It is the strongest message I'm getting for Geminis right now. That's the strongest message I'm getting right now. I'm going to do one more pull. Any more spirit messages for Gemini? Anything you'd have Geminis know or think about or ponder moving forward? You have 3 cards, okay? So let's take a look. 3 of Cups, a toast to friendship in the afternoon sun. 3 of Cups in happiness. 3 cheers are done. Celebration is near. Okay, so I know I didn't really touch upon this celebration notion, but that could be good news. 3 of Cups, 3 of Cups. Double validation here. Ace of Wands, good news coming in, something worthy of celebration, something worthy to toast to. This could even be relishing in finding a group or a tribe of like-minded people, even if it's cherry-picked, hand-picked, a select few that where you feel comfortable enough to be yourself. I think that's worthy of an accomplishment. You know, it is hard nowadays to build a good circle of friends, so maybe you're doing this and this is beautiful. Beautiful to have and cherish. Okay, there could be travel. I'm seeing travel to Europe or vineyards or something like that, perhaps. I'm seeing the grapes and I'm seeing wine. So there could be a trip to a vineyard that could be significant for some of you Geminis, and I think would be quite healing and fun in its own way, okay, as a side message. What other messages for Gemini? Distant dream. The distant calls your heart to roam free as you dare dream it, so must it be. Pass this card on. Wow, this is beautiful. This talks about a distant dream becoming a reality. Some of you are on your way to becoming something big, something major, something huge, a big time success, or you are going to have a lot of responsibility, or people are going to look up to you or be reliant upon you, whether it's a paternal figure, whether it's someone in law. I keep getting law, but it doesn't have to be. There's something about people reliant on you, or your official opinion, or your official response to something. Okay, for others of you, it's this card is a reminder here, distant dream, to dream big with the World card, because you have what it takes to make it happen. But you do have to believe in yourself, and you do have to believe in the world at large, that the world is capable of making space for this dream to become a reality. So believing in the law of attraction again, perhaps believing in a little bit of magic again. The distance calls your heart to roam free. As you dare dream it, so must it be. Let's see what else. Morning memory. Its healing gift runs a destined course. The morning dawn, our inspired source. Meditate under the sun. Meditate under the sun. Interesting card to ponder and think about. With that card, I'm getting get out there. The sun, the vitamin D, there's something about that being good and healthy for you. There's something healing about the sun for you, Geminis. You're showing up as the moon, so maybe, the sun actually gives you energy. So making a little space every day, depending how you feel about that, but use your discretion. I'm also getting it's a new morning, or it's a new dawn. So something about allowing the healing to occur, something that didn't work out in the past lover, whatever, past friendships that failed or didn't work out, or maybe you felt betrayed. This is time to maybe let that go and heal up now, so you can make space for the right people that belong into your life, or the right career path that belongs in your life, the right lover that belongs in your life at this particular time. Those are the current messages for you. I'll be back with more readings, including bonus style readings like this one, where they're timeless and you can connect with them at any given time. There'll be more messages from your spirit guides moving forward. when I'm called to do these type of readings. So Gemini, I'll leave you on that note. Know that you are meant to do big things in this lifetime. You have the mark of the leader with the World card, so I want you to be mindful of that and pay attention to that. You're not meant to live a small life, whomever I'm connected to, and you're not meant to live a one or the other type of life, like either it's love or career. You're meant to have both, is what I'm getting. So I don't know, maybe that's an important message for you, for the ones I'm connecting, for the Geminis I'm connecting to here. You're meant to have both love and a good lavish career as well. So I'll leave you on that note, and I'll be back with more readings. I'd love if you subscribe to the channel. If you liked this reading, it lets YouTube know that you appreciate my work here, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.